Hello and a good evening to you, my dear friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm feeling beautifully uplifted. I've just been on, oh my goodness, the most extraordinary walk, exploring a whole new area of the surroundings that I've not actually been to ever before, and it was totally solitary. I was there completely on my own. Beautiful properties and landscapes and forests and lakes, and oh my goodness, really heavenly, and I feel very uplifted and fresh after it. And I spoke to a very friendly fisherman who was in the river and not bagging because it's not the season. That starts on the 1st of April, apparently, learning things about the country all the time. But was catching fish and putting them back in the water, and yeah, it's just really friendly and real life. And I just thought on the way back, it was so windy earlier that I nearly got blown over by a couple of very sharp gusts of wind. And yeah, anyway, it's nice, and the sun is setting, the evening is drawing in, and I wanted just to share with you actually something very special that happened yesterday. And before I do that, I will just ask you to like and subscribe and to share, to spread the message. And please do leave me a comment down below if anything resonates, and for any ideas that you would like to suggest for future videos. I will be very happy to look at all of those. But I made a new friend last night. It was lovely because I was very restless last night and I didn't quite get in the amount of steps that I wanted to earlier in the day. So I decided quite late at night to go out for a little bit of a walk around the village, and very peaceful, and lovely to be able to look at all of the fantastic stone cottages and little alleyways, you know, that are characteristic of the quintessential English village. And when I got back to my sort of area in the village, I sat by the river and happened upon a chap who was having a quiet moment to himself, somebody who'd been working in the area but had finished his particular project, and we just started chatting about things in general. And do watch for these lovely experiences, because they're what actually come up when, you know, to call it synchronicity or serendipity, that these things come up when you're on the right path and that you're open to the universe, and the universe delivers you all of the good things. And we exchanged numbers, and he was telling me all about his history, because he was working on a construction project, but he's done loads of other stuff. And what you realize is you look at people as you're wandering around wherever you are, and you have absolutely no idea at all of what they're going through in life. You wouldn't. There are often, more often than not, you would never be able to guess by looking at people what they've been through, what they've done, you know, where they've traveled, who they've been friends with, what they've worked as, and, you know, their family situation, and what, you know, financial situation, what, you know, whatever. Oh, look, I've got, you see, I'm a proper countryman now. I've got a nice bit of, I think this is moss. Yeah, I must have, brushed up against some sphagnum moss in the woods. But always remember that whether you realize it or not, everybody is fighting a battle underneath all of this exterior, and most people just walking along looking, you know, normal and calm. People are fighting battles, and often with themselves. And it was just such a lovely thing that even in a tiny village, that there are probably a similar amount of people that live in my entire village as actually lived in the building that I lived in London. No joke. It's probably not that far off, and maybe a couple of hundred people's difference. But always remember that whoever you meet, you actually have an opportunity to learn stuff, like really important stuff, but also that you can be of service to people just by listening, you know, is a big thing. Just by listening to what excites people, what troubles them, and you can always be finding solutions, ideas to improve your own life. Oh, we've got a little bit of rain coming, so I'll make this a quick one. But you know, life is an adventure, but it's a mystery, you know. It's a real mystery. Oh wow. Oh, that's nice. Can you hear it? You probably can't see it very well. You'll be able to see it in a minute. But hold on, I'm just going to put this. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, very good. Just covering the camera there with my hat. You see? Any port in a storm. But yeah, learning and finding solutions and making new friends, being open, all of these things, they're always available to you. But the key, I'm just going to say the idea, but the key is actually to be present, you know, to be open, to be available, and to have the stillness and the calmness to be able to enjoy all of these experiences, which you can't do if you're rushing around, if you're stressed. And who knows, you know, we just met. I mean, we use the word random, but you know, in like the word coincidence, I don't believe in any of these words. It's all meant to be, that you're on the right path, that you're attracting all of this positive energy to you. And I think it really helps, if nothing else, it really helps people to understand that they're not alone. Because that's the worst feeling of all. When something terrible happens to you, you feel like the world has closed in, you know, that the walls are closing in on you, and that you're completely alone and nobody understands. It's never true. There are always people that have been through things and worse things and come through it. But if you're able to be that still, calm voice of reason for that person in that moment, and they can, you know, maybe they can do it for you. It doesn't really matter, frankly, if they can do it for you. Just to be able to be that rock for people, I think that's a really beautiful thing. So I'm going to leave it there. Be open to the universe and expect good things to happen, and go out into the world and do your work your magic, and I guarantee you great things happen. And it was really sweet. I woke up this morning feeling really happy, really centered, and useful, actually, really useful, you know, to have been there for somebody, you know, to comfort them. Because, as I say, everybody, no matter who it is, everybody's been through a lot in their life, and we all need friends. It's a good thing. So thank you very much. My name is Martin Pavey. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message of connection and love and new friendship. Very exciting. New friend. And please do leave me your comments down below and suggestions for future videos. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video tomorrow. Ciao for now, folks.